So the question isn't really, did I sleep with your boyfriend? Or do I want to? Because if I'm really being honest, here's the truth. If I wanted your boyfriend, he wouldn't be your boyfriend. He'd be my boyfriend. Because I want him. I already have what I want. It's called a good relationship with myself. You know, one of the troubles I see in our society is the way that people communicate with each other. These messages I've received from people being very upset at me for their interpretation of a relationship between their significant other and me is ultimately ridiculous. Sometimes these guys are my clients. Sometimes they're past loves. Sometimes they're my long-time friends who I have built relationships with for years and decades. Now, isn't it interesting that these girls attack me through a Facebook message? You know, if you really have something to say, wouldn't you just say it? You know where I live. Come drop me a line. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a chat. But they don't want to chat. They want to throw insults and they want to throw accusations, neither of which are very nice. In this case, they're not true. So today after I got a message, after I got, shall I call it, this love letter, I thought to myself, what is the significance of this communication? What are these people really trying to express? Because as I sit over here, I've developed the skills to not become charged from the emotional attacks of other people. It's a brilliant skill. I'm glad I have it. And it allows me the time freedom to go outside of the rat race that could be going on in my head and really consider what's going on here. Insecurity. 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 These people are aware of a problem in their own life. And often, when people are presented with a problem they don't like, they don't have the skill set or mentality or know-how, perhaps, to take responsibility for their part, no matter how big, no matter how small, in the situation they're in, right? So because they can't take responsibility, they're not accepting what's going on. They need a scapegoat. They need someone to blame. And they pick little old me from the safety of their smartphone or computer. Here's the truth. If there's a breakdown in a relationship, there's a reason. Everything is a result of something. Nothing comes from nowhere. But what I do know to be true, and from my own personal experience, the problems that we see in others are really just a mirror for the problems we're experiencing within ourselves. So these poor girls have a problem in their relationship. I got nothing to do with it. I'm not even sending the messages half the time that they think I am. And I'm definitely not having secret relationships with their boyfriends behind closed doors. That's ridiculous. However, they're mad, and that's true. It's real for them. And sometimes it's so real, it's debilitating. They can't get over their emotional distress. the emotional drama, the emotional stress that's caused in their body. And then what are the ramifications from that? Interrupted sleep, not feeling very well, inability to focus, packing on the pounds. So what do? Drink, do drugs, eat for comfort, anything, any substance or something, again, outside of themselves to pull them away from this pain that's being caused by little old me and my apparent interaction of an inappropriate kind with their significant other. I got nothing to do with their relationship. I have nothing to do with their lives. But I'm the scapegoat for their problems because they can't look in the mirror and take responsibility for where they are in their life. How can I relate? Because I've been there. I used to think that everything else was everybody's problem. I used to think that everything else was everybody's fault. Thankfully, a few accidents in my life and a lot of tears and a lot of upset and a lot of emotional trauma and a few road trips have brought me to a point where I'm comfortable with myself. And so it's wonderful because when these attacks come in, I actually don't care. You know, and until now, I've never responded. I've never actually responded to one of these messages because I don't have time for it. But I was thinking today, why does this keep happening? I know it's not me instigating this, because I'm not. I'm very busy with all the things that I do every day. And so I'm not instigating this. I'm not poking, I'm not prodding, I'm not doing anything. But it's coming to me, right? And so, I mean, I guess part of me is glad that if these people are going to attack somebody, they're not attacking somebody who can't take it. They're not attacking somebody who is going to be really, really hurt by this experience and, you know, spiral down into even a worse place than they are. So thank you for that. Thank you for attacking me and not somebody else, because it's good for society. I can take it. But if I attacked back, I can assure you, you wouldn't like it. And what's not fair is that I would use truths of such a deep, intrinsic level that you would be thinking about them for years. How do I know how to get into your soul? Because I can see you. I can see your soul. How did I develop this ability? Well, that's between me and myself. However, I have it. I have the ability. I have the ability to do whatever I want. I have the ability to be emotionally charged or not emotionally charged. And I have the ability to haunt you in your dreams, which is probably actually why I keep getting these messages from people. I should quit casting spells. But that's not going to happen today. All right. Insecurity is, like I said, one of the most unattractive qualities one can have. But where does it come from? And why do so many people suffer from insecurity? Now, I'm not a doctor, and I don't practice medicine. But what I've discovered from my 36 trips around the sun is that people are insecure when they're afraid. People are insecure when they feel insignificant. And instead of saying, this makes me uncomfortable, this makes me feel sad, this makes me feel like we need to have a communication so that I can have a better understanding about what's going on and I can feel comfortable. They don't have those skills. They don't know how to say that. And so what they say is, you're a bitch. You're a slut. You're a skank. You're the problem. And here I am, getting these messages going, why? Why are you giving this to me? I got enough shit to do. What's going on? I don't have the answers. I wish I did. I wish I had the answers. But what I can tell you, and what I would invite you to listen to, is this. I came into this world alone. I will leave this world alone. What I do between the time that I'm born and the time that I die is my life experience. I'll meet several people. Some of them will be in my life for a moment. Some of them will be in my life over and over and over again, seemingly never attached, but also never too far. Some people will have a regular appearance in my life for a period of time and then float off into Never Never Land. Still, love and warmth and connection surrounds that memory and experience, but it's not applicable or significant or available anymore. And then there are people that come into my life and they touch me on a special place. They touch me in a certain spot and I hold them. And even though I am alone on this life journey experience, they are with me in spirit. I carry them almost as a guide. Yes, I can reach out by phone or text, email, or Facebook and get that connection, but I don't need it. Because I always know they're there with me. I always know they're a part of me. It's like I already knew them before I got here. Getting into a relationship doesn't mean that you and your partner only be with each other now. It means that you expand and grow your networks to foster a beautiful relationship between the two of you and everyone else that's connected. The more, the merrier. Everybody has different interests and skills, and it's wonderful to expand the group and to expand the community and to grow and experience and love. But when insecurity is creeping into the mix, it breaks down communication, it breaks down walls, and it breaks down relationships. It's not good. It's not fair. There's no room for it. There's no time for it. What can I tell you about relationships? Well, I'm probably in the best relationship I've ever been with in my life. Who am I in a relationship with? Myself. It's awesome. I used to think that one day I would discover a relationship that would save me. I would finally be able to love myself. I would feel complete. And what I've discovered is that the person I was waiting for all along was always with me. I was my own soulmate. I was my own best friend. I'm my own biggest cheerleader and best supporter. Why? Because I'm always with myself. And even when I try to get away from myself, I turn around and there I am. Interesting. So, for those of you out there who are seeking a coupling, please, may I give you one piece of advice? I hope you find someone who you're wildly attracted to and who you love dearly. But please, become a happy person first. The best relationships are when two happy people share happiness. They're not relying on each other for anything other than awesome. By themselves, they're awesome. Together, they're double awesome. Their life together is grand. And I bet you, and they don't send messages to people saying all kinds of ridiculous, crazy things because what? Right. They lack the insecurity Instead, they feel security. They are good enough. They are worthy. They are fantastic. They are growing their network. They are building their community. They are safe. They are safe in themselves. They are secure with themselves. They love themselves. Love yourself. Enjoy yourself. Be with yourself. Leave other people alone, especially if you don't have anything nice to say. Or they might come back and say something to you that you don't like.